Okay folks, right, I'm going to make it myself. It's like a wristband pin cushion, and I thought I've got these little bags of wadding, so I might as well. So I've got this bit of fabric. Now it stretches one way but not the other, so you have to be careful. This is that crushed velvet or velour that we have. Now you basically just want a band, so I'm not going to do a band any bigger than that. Right, okay, that's probably too much, but I'm going to fold it, cut it and whatnot, so that's fine, that will do. I mean, you can make this out of anything you like. If you've got press studs or buttons or whatever, you can use those. So I also need a piece. Actually, I don't need a piece. I can do it all in one. And you're going to say, how are you going to do that, Fee? Right, well, I'm going to take this bit of wadding. Like that, you see. Might be enough. No, it's not going to be. I know I'm going to need a little bit more. So you take, yes, you didn't think you could get so much in one bag, did you? So what I'm going to do, move that to that side. Find the middle of this strip. Now this is plenty big enough to go around my wrist. So I'm just going to find the middle of that. And I need a fair bit. Like that. Yeah. And I can fold that over. And fold that over. And then fold that in. Will that be enough? We'll see. Now, don't forget, you can make this anyhow you want. So, what I'm going to do first of all is to measure my wrist, because I don't really want to go overboard. Pointless doing too much. I'll straighten that off a little bit. So it just needs to, there's no giving that, but it can go over there like that. And I've got some Velcro that I can use somewhere. I shall get that shortly. I've got some Velcro dots. That can be what I use. Okay, so I don't need any more than that. And we can always cut it down. So this is a really quick but easy. So what I'm going to do is a really quick and easy project. So what I'm going to do to start with is I'm going to sew it. I can trim it afterwards. I'm just going to sew down one end. So I'm going to move that out of the way. And let me just make sure we've got this right. So it's all the same. Like that. That will do. Oh, bit bulky in one place. That'll do. Just keep that like that. Take my needle and thread, and I'm just using the wax thread again. I've been inking. Right, all I'm going to do is to stitch this down one end. This might not work, but it might, and if it does, great. And just pull that flat. I can't really glue this bit because I don't want it to come undone. And I could do it on the machine, of course, but I can't be bothered getting it out just for this. So this is a wrist pin cushion. An easy peasy one. Yeah, easy peasy one. God, something made me jump then. I thought I saw something walking at the corner of my eye. Fucking hell, with shadow of a bird flying past. Go, I'm losing it. Anyone interested in the update on Raymond, he's doing okay. He's a lot better now than he was. That now he's got his wrist done. This ain't gonna work, is it? Because the thread's broken. Sorry. Sometimes that happens with this kind of thread. And you have to start again. Oh, dearie me. And I'd rather start again than fiddle about. Right, start again, Fee. I will when I can find my thread, Fee. There we go. I don't actually need it double. Just single will do. Sorry about that. We shall start again, folks. Well, things happen like that, and I'd rather show them than, you know, you think everything was perfect all the time, because it's not. And unlike some, I do say when I've made a mistake. Some people won't let that interfere with their popular or populance on the is that a word, populance, on YouTube. They want everybody to think they're perfect, but no one's perfect, I can guarantee you that. So I like to show any mistakes that I make, and it gives people confidence to know that if they make a mistake, they too can correct it or start again, whichever they choose to do. But I do watch some channels, and it's just so prim and proper, and they won't have anything go wrong. But then they don't really show you what they've been doing either. It's, I made this earlier. So yeah. With me, you get what there is. And warts and all. Unfortunately. But then again, I've been going a long time on YouTube. They're still messing about with my channel. But hey, for now, I'm still here. I've taken backups of my videos, but not all of them. There's thousands, it's just impossible for me to get that done. But I have taken backups. Right, so I'm going to turn this the right way. Like a legging from one of my dolls. I'm going to have the seam up the middle, so underneath, so you're not actually going to see that. See, like this. And that's going to crisscross over there. So I can wear that, and then as I'm working, I can put my pins in. So what I've now got to do is to mark the centre of that. And I'm just going to use a bit of ink. We'll use a fabric ink. That's the centre. And I don't want it any wider than an inch. which is 1 inch either side. So that will end up as 2 inch in the middle to go across my wrist. Okay. Yeah, that's great. Right, so now what I've got to do, I'm going to stitch across there. Now, this is my own, I've not copied this off anybody. So this is my own pattern, my own idea. But, you know, if you want to do this, as long as you're not selling it, you too can do the same. You have my permission to do so. Now, I need to go from the inside, because the knot has to be on the inside, not on the outside. So I'm taking it to the first point what I made, and I'm just going to stitch over the edge like that, and then I'm going to stitch along the edge to the other point that I made, like that. And I am going to pull mine in, and then I'm going to stitch it, because I don't want mine straight like everybody else's. I like to be different. And then I'm going to go all the way back through like that, turn it over, take it to the middle, like that. Okay, not sure if I'll have enough. I should have enough left, yeah. Now you take the wadding, and I do need a relatively long stick for this. There we go, I've got one of these. So pop the wadding down inside there, and don't forget it's a pin cushion. You don't want it stabbing you, do you? A bit more, I think. Like that. Yeah. Now I'm going to push that right in, take my needle from the back, and I'm just going to stitch up the edge, yeah, up that seam that I made. Like I say, you're not going to see this bit either. Stitch up the seam, like that. And I do have to make sure that that is absolutely squashed down into that section there, and I can release that afterwards. But now what I've got to do, come up through the centre, yeah, and then go back down like that. Go back down that way, like that. Pull that in, pull that section in, and go back through. See, like that, so both sides are the same. Back to the centre, or to the end should I say, and then back to the centre, and then we're going to tie this one off right in the middle. And see if I can just catch that. Yeah, that's fine. And then straight down the middle, come out that side and clip it. So we've got that. Okay. Now, all I have to do, I'm not bothered about that bit. All I have to do to make sure that's going to fit perfect there. Perfect. So now what I've got to do is I'm just going to measure it. That's going to go over there, and then that's good. Right, so I need to turn the edge in like that. And what I'm going to do is to glue that to flatten it. Let me just measure that. I need it a little bit longer than that. Let me just do that, I think. Yeah. Right, hang on, I need some more glue. Okay. So I'm just going to do it flat. Like that. Now I've done a row here and a row there of glue, which will flatten that. It has to be stiff, you see, like that. And then I'm going to do the same with this end as well. And just tuck that in. So poke it into there. And then you do the edge. Like that. Not quite in the middle, but that'll do. Looks like a sweet. Now, I've got some of these glue dots. They're, what do they call them? The fabric ones. And they're handy for this sort of thing. Yeah. Like that. Just put them in there. Now, because I've flattened that, it has to be that way. This one, it'll go on like that, sorry. You do that, and then that one folds over onto it. It's perfect fit, okay? So, this side has to have the spiky bits on. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. I'm going to spread these out a bit. Like that. And then these four go on the outside. And this is the soft one, because that overlaps that one. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I'll just move them into place. You get glued up with this. See? You have to let them dry before you try it, otherwise you're just wasting your time. Oops. But in the meantime, while that's drying, I can now do what I want to do with this. And because I am what I am and do what I do, let me just see. I did want to use somewhere, if I can. Where are they? It's hang fire. Sorry, I'm just going to have a drink. Now, hang on. Here we are. I've got them here. There we are. Let's just see. See what we have. Just want to use up what I've got here. And that one's slightly different. Let's see if we can match it up. Right, what have we got here? Let's have a look. Oh, these will do. I like them better. We use a different flower. Because I don't like waste, of course, do I? There we go. Do you remember when I took these off that doily? I always said they come in handy. And I don't like waste. So, I'm just going to do this. That way. I'm going to put one there. Like that. One there. Like that. Do the same on the opposite side. Because you don't have to have it plain, do you? At all. You want something pretty to wear when you're doing this. We just take a little rose. Very simple. Pop that on there. And from a scrap of fabric to a pin cushion. We have to see if it works yet. I've not finished with that yet either. Let me just see. I think I have maybe one of these. That'll do. Will it? Oh, that one. Yeah, this will do. Just going to cut a little flower from my fabric, from my trims here. Now I could choose any motif, you know, any flower, but I just had this at hand. And so I'm just choosing this one, but like I say, you can do any. Okay, and all I'm going to do, it's just, don't forget we've got to put the pins in, so you can't do too much. Like that. Okay. Ooh, get that straight, mate. That will bug me. But yeah, it's easy to do. Okay, and then we have somewhere, here we go. I have some pins. I'm just going to put that on my wrist, hold that and pin that over like that, and then when I'm working and I need to have so many different pins, I can top it up. That it's quite thick, so it's not going to go through and hurt me at all. Oops, a daisy. And I'm going to quite enjoy using that when I'm working, because I often need pins when I'm doing a project. And hey ho, I've just made myself a beautiful wrist pincushion. Now we do sell the wadding, we do sell all the trimmings, and there you go. Hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Hang on, I've just thought of something. I don't know if I've got one here, maybe not, but hang on, only because I can, because, and I want to. There we go. There's one. This'll do. Oops, they can go in there as well. There we go. This is an old one. I'm going to reuse it. Waste no time. And just pop in the very centre. Like that. That's it. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.